Okay, we're back. Take a breath. Well, I just got, really nervous. Wicked anxiety. I don't even know what that, I was just totally kosher. What the fuck? I almost want to say, dear Lord, again, we are gathered here today. It's that Prince song again. Holy shit, guys. Holy shit, Batman. Okay. Hi again. And then I wanted to say, start again. Where's my little thing? You gotta be fucking kidding me. I did put my ring on, and believe it or not, it subsided a little bit because it's just, it's because I'm touching this. Let me just try to, I don't know where my little dingling is. Let me just do this real quick. Okay, so I don't even know where to start with this read. My anxiety, I guess, is a little better. I didn't even have any when I first started this read. And I only got it when I just sat back down. No, I think when I actually turned it on, it's like heavy in my chest. I think it probably has to do with the lovers. But I couldn't get out of the video, guys. I had to go into the system and delete forever. So I almost wanted to write the Flamingo deleted forever. But I didn't want to put that behind the animal, even though this is probably representing two people. And it doesn't have to be like intimacy, guys. It could be personal. Gosh, I don't know. So I'm kind of wary on where this read is now going to take us. But again, the meaning of the flamingo can vary depending on the spirit animal or totem pole. It's a desire to connect with others and be part of a community. Also talks about the arts. Community, again, represents empathic person who's confident, self-assured, stand tall, know your authentic self. Guys, holy shit. The flamingo can represent a need for balance, harmony. The pink flamingo can represent love, outdoors, desire to have fun. Individuality represents vibrant individuality and grace. And then welcome. In the United States, flamingos planted in the front yard can symbolize welcome to my home. That's funny because we have them in my backyard only because my dad likes flamingos. And it reminds him of Florida, so we buy him flamingos for like a joke. But the symbolic spiritual meaning is releasing ourselves from a cycle of birth, suffering, and death known as can't even say that. Contrary to the Aztec and Native American traditions, link the flamingos to passion, love, healing abilities. In Greek and Egyptian mythology, they're known as the phoenix. So I don't know which one it's exactly trying to tell us. Oh, Super Dougie, thanks for popping in. Thanks for popping in, Super Dougie. I'm gonna have to do like a midnight reading here in the U.S. to catch Dougie. Let's just see what stone I want, because the anxiety is still there. I don't know what this is about. I want to go with my clear quartz. One of them. My bigger one out of, well, it's not my largest one, but it's not my smallest. I think it's trapped energy. There's certain crystals I don't like to work with. Like, I love this one. This is one of my favorite clear quartz, but I kind of travel within it, so I don't necessarily, certain ones I don't like showing. So maybe somebody here is not showing how they feel. Again, dearly beloved, we're gathered here today. Prince is coming through. So I think somebody here is nervous in regards to somebody, or anxiety. I mean, I was perfectly fine. And then YouTube just like quit on me. Black screen. It wasn't even like buffering. It was done. There was no way for me to reconnect. So, and then in order to get back on, I had to actually delete that one forever. And that one's I've never had to go in and delete something forever like that in order to start a new feed. So this is a very strong symbolization for a lot of us here. It feels probably a lot like the phoenix, because it's like rising from the ashes, but there's still something going on here. And I just said, going to the chapel and we're gonna get mad. Because I'm like, you can go in. Like, so if you look in through their feet, right? And you go all the way up. You're all the way up. If you notice, like that's together. And you go down, that's together. But there is air. I just call it air. Like there is air. Oh, yeah, little mushrooms and things. I put little stickers on the other day. And those are all individual little stickers, mind you. Okay, so when we got to the rest of my fingers, I was like, we're just doing one. Like, I'm not doing that. It was so much work. I don't know what's the patience for that. And I'm freaking partly blind. So someone might not have the patience for this, but you know how you started at maze and try to find your way out? That's what I got kind of pulled to, but there is a way out. But I don't feel like those are even your feet. It is if you go to put them down. Oh, this is a strange message. Optical. I don't know if it's some type of illusion here. Optical illusion. Abstract. Or is it like somebody else's feet or a pair behind it? Or it's because you stand on one foot. So it's like linking up, but you wouldn't be perfectly symmetrical there. And that's it's pulling me to. So I don't know if someone's like, oh my gosh, we're perfect together. But maybe you're not, you know. I could see myself living with that person. But yeah, no, it's more like, can you live without that person? Big difference. If you can see yourself living with somebody, yeah. But is there that much love and that much passion and like, you name it, can't live without them. Because in all reality, there's not too many people that fall into that category. I'm not going to lie. Unless it's like child, family, there's not too many. Because at the end of the day, if we're individuals, awakened type energy, we wouldn't need anybody. Would we want somebody by our side? Could somebody be our ride or die? Yeah. You wouldn't want to live without them. But I just heard, and life goes on. Wasn't that like the Wonder Years? So maybe this is when you guys are teenagers. I don't know. Something happened when you guys are teenagers. Maybe your parents remarried, divorced when you were teenagers. I'm not sure. But, and I know it's pulling me to like the voodoo too and somebody else's current possibly, but not right now in the first reading I did. And I'm not going to be able to continue this one either. I have to stop at 6:30 to get Kate on the bus and go out to the hospital. So hopefully I'll try to be back later. But no guarantee. I've just been mentally, physically exhausted. So for those who are new, welcome. I'm going to be on and off until things stabilize a little bit with my mother that's in the hospital. And right now it's not really stabilizing. So it could be worry in the sense, how like I worry, my father worries, we all worry. Could this be the end? Could it not? And then you look on the other hand, we knew this day was going to come no matter what, but is this it? But I also feel like there's two sides of this. You could look at it from like my end, but then I'm hearing somebody else like to my advantage, not in regards to death, obviously, but then I can look at it as two people or in regards to death, but not like to your advantage, not like that. Separating those. And then maybe you could meet somebody, but there's still something with an X. Or you're trying to make something like, oh, everyone sees you as like the perfect couple, but you're not. And there's no such thing as too perfect. So now it's sending me in like 4 or 5 different directions. But I'd like to feed off some of them. They turn pink because they eat shrimp. I think they're white when they're born, right? Some are black, something like that. But some are black, I'm hearing, but I don't think I've ever seen a black flamingo, guys. Is there such a thing as a black flamingo? I'm getting pulled that, yeah, there is, but extremely rare. Rarity. The odds of a black flamingo occurring are 1 in several million. And sometimes one was spotted in Cyprus 2015 and also one in Israel 2014. Black flamingo looks identical to the pink. Huh. A genetic condition called I'm not going to try to say that one. Doesn't even look complicated, but it's a tongue twister for me. Black flamingos to have dark feathers instead of the usual pink. It occurs when a bird produces too much pigmentation, too much pigment. Looking in your eyes, big brown eyes. I was just something to say to you. What other song was I just hearing? This got pulled to Katy Perry, California Girls, but that wasn't it. When the moon hits the sky, it's the moray. It's not any of the songs I just pulled to. So let's leave this in the middle. And since I know this one is linked to the other one, let me do this. Let me add it into this a little bit. This is clearly going to end up being continued, guys. My apologies, but I feel like it's just the way it has to go down right now. So these were actually 6 cards. Card number 1 was change. I want this to be the center card, and I wanted to throw 4 cards around it, but we have 6 here. So you can pull the Persephone again. Number 1 was the heart of the issue, the heart of the question. No, the heart of the issue or the question. Number 2, the hidden issue. Number 3, the major obstacle. 4, the main fear. 5, the solution. 6, what will happen if you engage with this to find a solution. You have change here when it comes to the heart of the issue, but this is in regards, this was you're in a healthy pause, taking a chance, different tactic, change it up. You've developed a pattern, take control of something back that needs to be taken back. 2, you have the cauldron, the witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. This is where I did kind of feel like voodoo, but I didn't want to get too much into it. But others are threatened by you, especially when you're developing your own personal power. Be prepared for this. Here comes the anxiety again. So I don't know if somebody's trying to cast like something upon you, or if this is you just starting new and it's nerve-wracking. But this doesn't feel like it's your energy. It feels like somebody else is like like tongue-tied. But I don't like that energy there too, because this is your own personal power. And with number 3, it ended up being, 3 souls, lights, remembering the good. That was also on Halloween. Lighting a candle, anytime now until Halloween. 4, you've grown. Tap into what you're developing. It's a skill of darkness, blind spots, but I don't think you're seeing too many blind spots. These are kind of like, it's not saying they're not paying attention to the blind spots. It was more just needing to tap into your divinity here too. Which we had that 333. But again, it's not your blind spots. It's more of I just tasted weed, or not weed, like tincture or something in my mouth, or like a dirty bong. No, I want to say a dirty bong water. That's a whole different smell. Tincture, I could say, yeah, but like a resin, taking all the resin from joints under your blunts, and then smoking the resin. I just got that taste in my mouth. So I don't know if it's like a metallic iron thing for you, or if it's saying weed could work here. I am getting pulled to mushrooms too, so there might be something in regards to medicine, but it's still, or it's regular medicine that's stopping you from tapping into, I don't know, maybe you want to use a different type, maybe you want to, it's pulling me to my medicine. There was like 4 or 5 there was like 4 medicines I wanted to get off of. He's about to fall asleep right here. Where's that bug? Is that bug on my camera? Do you see it? Oh, it's on my computer. He's shutting his eyes and falling asleep right here. We did wake up early because Kessel was an asshole. Not Kessel, Max was an asshole. Shocking, right? And he looks like a little old man, but he's not. For those who don't know, I have a starling. And all his white is now coming in up top. So while it's growing in, he literally looks like an old man. Look at all the white coming in on top. Look how fast he's changing. Isn't that crazy? With his little feathers sticking up. So his head's about to change on us, guys. And I just heard deleted forever. So it's maybe you're deleting somebody forever. You're grown, tap into your divinity. But I'm also getting municipal things here, like in the sense of holistic, or, you know, what would substitute Adderall? I only mention that because I actually just saw an infomercial or something yesterday when I was watching. I think I was on Amazon Prime, but I've never seen a commercial for it like that, like in the beginning of Prime ads. And it was some type of mushroom, like Adderall or these mushrooms. And then it said addiction, and then these mushrooms, like all different things. I've never even heard of the brand, like it's a new brand. So there's something with medicine there too. But there's a lot more there that needs to be picked up on. So maybe there's a medicine blocking a blind spot. I'm not sure, because that didn't come out in the first read. But I think this is when I started going upstairs, downstairs, up to take my mother's blood pressure, her temperature, that type of stuff. So there's definitely health here. But are you moving your head? But that eye wasn't even open. Hi, was your head just going down? How did you know I was talking to you? Do you want to sit on Mama so you can go sleepy? Good boy. You go sleepy. You go sleepy. Yeah, he wants to sleep. He's so tired. He's so tired. Oh, but yeah, come sit here with Mama. Come sit here with Mama, okay? Yeah. Want to sit right there? That's fine too. And then with the owl, a wise seer, wise action, wise decision making. You need a strategy here. Has to do with your intelligence. I can't believe his face is changing that much, guys. Before you know it, he's going to have that white head. It's so funny as it grows in, because it must be itchy for him, because it's just like thick feathers growing in. And then the baby phase will be gone forever. Something is deleted forever. I've never had to go in and delete a YouTube like that in order to start another read, guys. But I mean, you always have memories, but I don't know if this is one of those things where memories aren't needed. Like, see him moving his head. This is why I thought for a minute he was like awake. And I thought he just couldn't open an eye. But that's how tired he is. He's literally sleeping right now. Come sit with Mama. Come sit with Mama, baby. Come on. Yeah. Come sit with Mama. And then you have the skull of flowers. You're working through it. It's the fire with it. Work through the fire and ashes. Skull of the flowers, creating through ashes. Okay, well, that's definitely pulling me to the Lovers here in regards to what a flamingo represents spiritually. Would be like the phoenix. So I feel like the Lover is the skull of flowers. And, you know, I'm sure people have said this before. I'm going to keep it in the, like with the challenge, but, you know, this is how artists break through hard times, good times, sad times. So to me, there's something here through sorrow or happiness, or there's just inspiration, or you got to work through some type of inspiration, or you got to be inspired again. Start again. There could be a lot going on for you. I know October was supposed to be crazy, and all of our 3-month reads that we did for everybody definitely is for me. Turn up the lights in here, baby. It's very sentimental energy right now, too. You could be like reminiscing or I know how to sit right there. Right there. Oh, right here, baby. Baby, right here. Look it right there. Baby. Why are you gonna be right in the middle of the cards? Right there. Oh, baby, you need a nappy. Right here. Okay, you stay there. That's fine too. So don't forget to light the candle for your ancestors. I do remember saying there was like an impending passing coming. And it could be literally or metaphysically. I don't typically look at that as metaphysically, though. So I don't know what. So I wanted to say like hypothetically, or so there's something metaphysical about you and this energy and transforming. Because again, I'm almost seeing the Lovers as like the Death card or the Tower. Oh shit! Those two together is a finality. So something's deleted forever here, but it just seemed so fucking harsh. I didn't want to write it because I wasn't sure the direction that this was going to go in. So there's a reason why these reads are being separated. I don't want to rush through them. The first one felt like a seance and I don't like saying a seance. I'd rather say like a ritual or something, but it felt like a seance. Like everybody's just still sitting here on top of the cards, like on the piles over here. And then with my mom, on and off. But then I had to wait for a dream. And I was pulled to this deck thinking it was the Queen of Wands. Because I got pulled to this deck with the flamingos, which I thought was honestly the Queen of Wands. And it's actually the Lovers. It's the only one with flamingos. I'm almost positive when I was going through it. So that your dreams must be talking to you too. Or like I'm getting pulled to billboards. So if you're walking by billboards, like I saw a license plate the other day, 4323777, and a couple towns over, their phone number starts with 432. So I thought it was strange. Makes me wonder if it's like actually a number, or if you call it, isn't it like, haha, I can't believe you called? Is it like a prank thing? Like, I don't know. I just thought it was strange because I think anybody would think it would be strange. Because it literally looks like a phone number, the 432. And actually, that was in other towns before it got swapped to other towns. So somehow I'm hearing landlines too. And I'm also getting pulled to lice. Check your kids for lice. Especially in the hospital too. Lice, bed bugs, those things fucking go around. It's gross. But it's just that time of year, back to school, Hey, can I borrow your brush real quick? Just makeup, careful with makeup. Don't borrow other people's lipsticks, eyeliners, nothing. I stress that about my kids. That's why, like, when Mia finds something and she was trying on lipstick, I was like, no, go ahead, I'll just buy myself some more because I'm not sharing. And then whatever one you like, you can have. It wasn't a big deal. But that's me personally. I don't want to share my makeup. Like if somebody wants a drag of a cigarette, when I used to smoke cigarettes, I'm like, oh, And the only time I take a sip off like somebody's drink is when I'm usually buzzed, and it would have to be a beer because typically I wouldn't use a straw. I would sip the side of the cup. I don't let my kids use the straw either. They're like, can I have a sip? And it's like when they ask me if they can have a sip, it's like, it's almost like they're looking at me like I'm going to get mad. And I never get mad. It's just do it the right way. It's kind of funny because I've always been like that. Not to mention when your kids are younger too, like who wants, animal crackers in your drink? So there's something here with mouth to mouth. They are nose to nose, chest to chest. It's like beating of my heart. Can you hear my heart beating? No, I'm getting pulled to like way back. Mariah Carey, maybe. The beating of my heart, or Madonna, way back. And I've been on here for a half hour, which is telling me I have another half hour, but it's 6:03. The sun with these threes, and it's 33 right there. And I still have only one card out. And I feel like when I come to this read again, I'm going to have to break it down again. So I do find it a little annoying why I had to do this. So I don't know if maybe I don't know, something's deleted forever. But not in the sense of, this could be like your own path, no going back, north node, south node. I did just get pulled to Constantinople again in Iran, Israel. And it would be Turkey now, guys, but I keep getting pulled to Constantinople. So Roman era. I'm hearing Greek astrology instead of, I'm actually hearing apathy. It's something that, what are the diggers? Anthropology? No, that's history. The diggers. Why am I calling them the diggers? I'm getting pulled to like the mummy, the diggers. They're definitely not called diggers, guys. Anthropologists, something. No. The ones that, use the little brushes very carefully to get up the dinosaur bones. So you might have, good morning, guys. Clara, I keep forgetting about you. Sorry. All of the lights in here, baby. Extra light so you can see what? So you can see this. What the heck? What are the people who... Archaeologist, right? Archaeologist? Oh, dear Lord. No. What do you call the science archaeologist? Who digs up dinosaurs? Pretty sure it's an archaeologist. Now that I'm thinking about it. No, it's a pig. It's a peg. A pallet. What? But this includes ancient life, dinosaur plants, and animals. Ooh, even bacteria. Which is throwing me to my mom. She had like a not sternum, a spit test. What test is that? It's a begins with an S, guys. Used to run that test at the hospital all the time. But there was rods found in the test, which is an underlying bacteria. A paleontologist. Okay, Jesus. So they do the fossil, the paleontologist, and the archaeologist does the research, right? What's an archaeologist do? Scientist who studies, analyzes, yeah, ancient and recent societies. Someone who could even study buildings, graves, tools, objects, those who lived in the past. I should have been an archaeologist. Three types. I can't even begin to say these. The difference between an archaeologist and a paleontologist. Paleontologist is a study of fossils, while archaeology is a study of human artifacts and remains. Yeah, I definitely should have been an archaeologist. So something might be dug up. I just get pulled to those mountains again. But again, guys, this could be you coming alive again. And something in your past is deleted forever. So like maybe when you come into like a new lifetime. So I don't know why I'm going to like an old lifetime, but like there would be one less thing off your belt buckle to conquer. You know what I mean? So it's got to be something big here. But I did just get pulled to my mother again. If somebody's been doing something evil to make somebody sick or any type of voodoo, that's gonna come back tenfold. I'm actually hearing like death. Your life will be miserable probably for a long time before they take you. Remember years ago there was something like that, like they'd put you in a psych ward or take your trachea away or something like that and have you live but suffer. But then there's something here about actual death and illness. And then there's something here with medicine too. So it's like three different things attached to one card. There could be something in history that's about to change forever. The start of something. We know that's going down anyway. I've been reading that on Mystical Moments for years, being in the midst of history when people didn't even realize we're like in history. I remember talking about it a couple years ago. And a lot of people, like we were awakening to it, but a lot of people in the Matrix were not. And now they're just kind of seeing it the last year or so. But they were meant to wake up. It's almost like the COVID. What do you want to do? You have all this time now. People were really supposed to like tap in, not look at it differently. It did fuck with the kids though. What did I say about COVID? What did I say right before that? Oh, like mummy change. What was it though? Like COVID gave us time. Changes our lives forever. again in the midst of it. So again, it could just be past life, or you coming alive again, you being resurrected from a past life. You know how to control certain things. You got this. This could be for, just souls. A lover could, that could be me and my mother. Like I said, it doesn't have to be, it's intimate on some level, but it doesn't have to be sex, guys. Everyone is always pulled to like sex and relationships with the lovers. It can be a best friend. It could be you and a dog. It could be 2 cats. Just a beautiful relationship. Unless it turns south. So there's an ending of something too, because I was getting Capricorn and I was getting death and the Tower when I said Capricorn and the Phoenix. And I don't think it's just because I'm getting pulled to not Cinco de Mayo. I'm getting pulled to Santa Muerte, the Odeck. In this culture, in Mexican culture, isn't there something going on right now? Don't they have like a big parade, or the skulls are everywhere? Is that October? I love those fancy skulls that are all dressed up like that. I saw one on a balloon the other day. I almost got it from my mother, but I got her a llama instead. What holidays are Mexico celebrating right now? Guadalupe, that's December. Independence Day, Construction Day. Cinco de Mayo is May, September. So there's nothing in October, but then something in November. November 1st and 2nd, the holiday that celebrates the memory of the loved ones who have passed. Can pull the Dalai Lama. I almost wanted to say Della something to cruise the port. Deport. How to say? I just don't want to butcher this. I'm almost positive I know how to say it, but it's almost like when Mabel came in and
in English, it'd be fine to pronounce it as Dia de los Muertos, El Dia de los Muertos, or in Spanish, El Dia de los Muertos. We are looking at how to pronounce the name of this Mexican holiday celebrated throughout Mexico, in particular the central and south regions, and by people of Mexican heritage elsewhere around the world. How do you go about pronouncing it in Spanish or Mexican? This is usually pronounced as El Día de los Muertos. El Día de los Muertos. Día meaning day, de los muertos, of the dead. In English, it'd be fine.
So is this just the Day of the Dead? But that's November 1st. November 2nd. Turn up the lights in here, baby. And I am getting, work through the fire and ashes. So this could be what I was saying about Mabel. She's Mexican Italian, and sometimes she sounds like it's like she's speaking Mexican, but then like Spanish. But it all depends on what part where you're from. It's just like Italian. There's like 3 different ones. Like it just depends on where you live. Sicily, it's different, than I'm getting pulled to Nepal. So it's things like that. So sometimes the other day it was Spanish, but sometimes she'll say it a little differently, and I can tell with her pronunciation that she's getting more of the Mexican, but she's around like her grandparents that they all speak Spanish or Mexican. More to me they speak Mexican, which is similar to Spanish, but it's different. That just sounds confusing, like somebody was trying to confuse it. But I'm hearing like it's all the same, but it's not all the same. There's still like a slight difference. Good morning. Morning. So there could be something here. I was just gonna say culture. Duh, Courtney. We just talked about that. Duh. Day of the Dead. The first and the second, 2 and a 1 is a 3. The something with 3 is again like on the 30th. The 31st is a 4. But this morning I saw 3332. 33. And I was looking at my phone. There's 3 3s. Yeah, my sugar skulls. Yeah. I got one of those decks too. Thank you for reminding me what it was. You'd think it'd be a simple me remembering, but for some reason it was just, yeah, not Italian, I'm Sicilian. Yeah, it's the difference. And they always compare their noses too. I always laugh at stuff like that. You can tell like their noses do, like you have like a Sicilian nose, or I dated someone who was Sicilian, and they don't relate to, they don't like to be compared to what's the other one? It's killing me. It's off the tip of my head. I'm getting pulled to Nepal again. I don't know why. The different language between Sicilian and what else in Italy? I don't know why I'm getting pulled to Nepal right now. Standard Italian. So some actually will speak Greek, Arabic, French. Those are the main languages of Italy. Latin. The Sicilian is considered a separate language with distinct grammar and vocabulary. Sicilians speak and may understand standard Italian. I don't know. This was a long time ago. It was like one of my first boyfriends too. He was right off the boat. His parents, everybody, the whole family came here. Like Tuscan. Florentine dialect, while Sicilian belongs to the extreme southern Italian group. Is there anything going on in Nepal right now? Heavy flooding and landslides. Oh, I just talked about that last week, landslides. Several climbers died on Mount Everest. Okay, I don't remember mentioning Nepal in that reading, but apparently landslides killed at least 190 people. That was in September. Talking about a valley. Same-sex marriage. Wildlife crimes. Hi, buddy. Overall months of October through November is the best time to visit Nepal. I'm getting pulled to Naples too. How many days in Nepal is enough? 10 to 14. What? Oh, to travel. Bay of Bengal. I mean, I was talking about the Middle East, but I mean that's a pretty big distance. It could just be saying something with it's got to be something with water. Huh. Something with airplanes again coming down. That came through too. I don't know if that went down or not. I just got pulled to the Cold War. Israel taking back some type of power, but they kind of always had that under control. So, Soviet Union, what's going on in Russia right now? What am I missing? Something going on in Russia right now? There's always something, but is there anything happening currently in the Soviet Union? They don't even consider it's primary Russia, but I think it just has to do with like 1991 in the sense of it no longer exists. But it does, so I don't know what they're trying to tell me here. Soviet Republic is now separate. Russia, Ukraine, others. There's still a lot of countries that. So I don't know if this is like the because they're saying that's like 15 independent states. So I don't know. It just says there's nothing currently going on. But Spirit says there is. So Russia, Ukraine. But I'm getting pulled to like way back with like the hats. I don't know how far that those. I mean, they still wear hats like that all the time. I forget what they're called. But I feel like I'm getting pulled back more. Something with the 70s. What went down in the 70s within the Soviet Union? Collapse. What happened to the Soviet Union? United States both took a stance. Mismanagement of policies. They rapidly gained wealth, power by the millions. Citizens faced starvation. All right, we're gonna have to. That wanted to come into the read, so I will try my hardest to get back today. But I'm doing the morning shift, and then I'm going there at nighttime with Mia as well. So, yeah. So I love you guys, and I will try to get back today. Okay, I love you guys.